Hello, Walker. Try to redo this thing so I can get this thing working up. Yeah, I believe you did, Walker. That's good. I was having problems with my mic earlier because it was too close to my computer and it was causing feedback. And then my son was too close to it with his phone and he was getting feedback off the phone too. So you got to figure out that stuff. It's like when I used to play in a band, you get too close to the amp, it squeals on you. Or you get too close to the mic, it squeals on you. I'm from Alabama, right here in Alabama, lower part of Talladega County, right on the edge of the Talladega National Forest. I ain't no pilot, boy. My southern accent probably gives away that I'm from the South, though. That and I drink sweet tea. By the gallon. Yes, when I speak up, it sounds better anyway, probably. But I was saying earlier, my son had this, let's see if I can get it up here. This button app deal. And he was playing around with it. It gave me an idea that, it plays little ringtones and message tones and stuff like that. And you can download them, you can put them in favorites. You can make your own, record them, and then upload them and stuff. And it got me thinking that, a lot of stuff that I want to say, I can just have a canned response for it. So I can just hit a button. Like for my outro, I created my own outro for it. Like right here.
Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And to be notified of new videos and live streams, you can click.
Yeah, I'm about 25 miles from the track at Talladega. And I do watch NASCAR, and don't really pull for a driver particularly. I haven't watched it in a while because I've let my cable go and I just watch internet and over-the-air TV now with over the antenna. So I don't get cable TV, so I don't get a lot of the races, and I don't feel like paying to go up there and watch the race either. They used to have it where you could go up there and work and watch the race for free, but they don't do that anymore hardly, so it's hard to get in there and watch the race. I like Carl Edwards, and I like Dale Jr. too. Even though a lot of people don't really like him and his attitude, I like him pretty good. His attitude's a whole lot better than his daddy's was. I tell you that. His daddy's was, unless you famous and got a name or something, you didn't get an autograph from Dale Earnhardt Sr. Jr. will give you an autograph in a heartbeat. Hi Desert. In the chat I started earlier, we had some guys that were cussing and everything, so I was using buttons on them too. I was using
timeout.
Alert.
Attention, young one. Your timeout is now complete. Apologize to your parental unit. Give them a hug and behave or else.
Carl Edwards say goodbye.
No. Give me that.
Oh.
Before he retired, though, my driver was this guy right here,
Rusty Wallace.
Rusty Wallace.
And that I've had on my shelf for years.
Yep.
Plastic, it's so old, the plastic is literally dry rotted.
I haven't watched him race yet, but I heard he's pretty good. My mom watches it, and she's doing pretty good. I wish we had more Alabama boys driving like in the old days, like Davey Allison. All them Allison boys could really race. I liked Alan Kawicki. He was good. Dale Jr. drives pretty good. He's like Carl Edwards. The cars work for him, and when they got a good car, everybody wants to bump and bang on them and tear them up or put them in the wall so they can't race. And I think if NASCAR would take the restrictor plates off and just let them hop them cars up the best they can and let them run, all this bumping and banging won't work anymore, because cars will be walking off and leaving everybody. Because it'll be up to your mechanic to get your car going good to stay out in front, not just well, y'all gotta be alike now because you can't give nobody the advantage. It's like they got these little snowflakes now, you know. We get a trophy just because we participated. Yeah, right. You didn't win nothing. You just sat on the sidelines playing games on your cell phone. You don't deserve a trophy for that. Get off my field, boy. Yeah, I like Trusty. Let's see. I got all kinds of buttons on this thing, though. Like,
Thank you very, very much for that. Thank you. Come again.
I never liked Gordon. Gordon was a big crybaby. The whole time he was in NASCAR, he wasn't nothing but a big whiny ass crybaby. Excuse my language. Yeah, Junior's a good driver. When they got his car running good, he runs good, you know. And ain't hardly anybody can stop him when he's got his car running good. But whenever he's got a car running good, somebody wants to cause an accident, then he gets stuck a lap down or something, and then he comes out on the track after the pit, after a caution, and then somebody wants to hit him on a restart and mess his car up. Yeah, NASCAR's gotten to where it's all political now. I mean, you can't run your car on the track and run it wide open anymore. They got restrictor plates, and they got all cars pretty much on the identical airstreams and everything, and you can't have any kind of aerodynamic advantage or anything anymore. All the cars are pretty much identical. The only difference in them really is the Chevy or Ford or Dodge or whatever emblem on the front of it. They're all the same car. There's no difference in them really. Yes, I know I have to watch my language. I'm trying to, son. But this is like the first live stream I've done, except for a practice one, and I tried to do a couple little small ones the other day, just trying to figure out if I could connect the phone up to the internet, because the phone doesn't have a SIM card in it or anything. I'm running it straight off the Wi-Fi. It's an older phone, and it's got a decent camera, but the lighting in my room's kind of messed up, so I gotta get some better lights in here. Earlier today I was playing with one of my new toys. It's a pellet pistol. It's a Umarex Colt John Wayne Duke, and you have cartridges, and you load pellets in the back of it, and then you load them in the gun, and then you're ready to shoot. You have to cock it and pull the trigger every time you shoot, or it's not going to fire. You just can't sit there and pull the trigger. But you can hold the trigger back and fan it like the old gunslingers used to do. I found that out. I wanted to try it and see if it worked, and yeah, you can do it. You can hold the trigger back and fan the hammer and shoot all six pretty quick, depending on how accurate it is. You know, you don't really get that accurate out of it, but it's still fun to play around with. Pop cans in the backyard and shoot at bullseyes and see who can hit the bullseye the most. And all my kids have pellet guns, and we get out in the yard all the time and shoot cans and targets and see who's the best shot. That would be me. Yeah, I deer hunt. I got a crossbow for bow season. I've got a black powder rifle for. I got a Knight Bighorn 50 caliber black powder rifle for deer hunting season for black powder, and
Yeah, right. Pellet guns, more like deadly pellet guns.
I've got a Dragon Claw 50 caliber air rifle for that I can use here in Alabama to hunt deer with, and
Yeah.
I can't use it as a crossbow during archery season, even though it will shoot arrows. But during primitive weapons, I can use it at the same time that the black powder season opens up, and I can use that Dragon Claw to hunt deer during black powder season or primitive weapon season. And I can use the arrow in it then, but I can't use it during archery season. Why, I have no idea. Alabama just hadn't caught up on the laws yet.
Yeah, right. Pellet guns. I don't have pellet guns. Well, I have some. But I have a pistol.
But I've got my regular rifles and stuff that I use for hunting, and then I've got pellet guns and stuff that I use around the house for plinking and target practicing. That way I ain't got to spend a bunch of money running to the range just to target practice. It's like when I want to go practice for pistol, I'll take my little pellet pistol out back and shoot targets for that instead of going out to the range and wasting a bunch of 9mm ammo. I can just take my pistol out and my little pellet pistol out back, shoot it. Still the same principles: aim, breathing, trigger control.
Don't need to waste ammo for this.
You ain't got to waste all your money on ammo. Pellets and BBs are cheap.
You especially don't want to waste the ammo for chemical. You want me to put this up?
Yes, put that up.
Okay. Mag.
But I was looking in Bud K catalog today. A crossbow like the one I've got for bow hunting. Let's see. So, man, this thing's hard to line up. It's 150 pound draw weight, and it's $69.95. $69.98, excuse me, at Bud K right now. This is new catalog, just got it in the mail the other day. But it's got 150 pound draw weight, and you can mount a scope on it. And I just use a scope like I would put on a pellet rifle or whatever, and it holds up to the abuse of the strings slamming and everything. And the one I've got set up from 50 to 75 yards, I have to adjust my aim on the target, so I'm not shooting at the same exact spot every time, or you will Robin Hood the bolts on it. But it comes with bolts in the with it, but they're really soft aluminum and they bend real easy. So the best thing to do is, after you get the crossbow, go to Walmart and get you some carbon fiber bolts. They're like $2 or $3 a piece, and then you can get some broadheads to throw on them, and you're ready to go hunting. Get you about a $15 cocking string, and it helps you cock it and keep the string tension even, so you get a even let off on the string each time, and helps with your accuracy. That way you're not, like when you cock a crossbow, if you've got a strong arm or a weak arm, you're not pulling that limb more than the other. With the cocking string, it pulls both sides equally at the same time, and that way the arrow doesn't want to clench one side or the other when it's coming out the crossbow. the 50 caliber air rifle I got from Pyramid Air. They're like almost $700 just for the rifle, and then it's another $200 for the hand pump that's like a bicycle pump, and then it's a little bit more for a scuba tank setup to where you can take it to a scuba shop and set up to do it. But I got all of that, and altogether I think it came out to around $1,300. I had to save forever to get that thing, but it was something that I wanted, and I had to hide that money away and not spend it. But it took me like 2 or 3 years to save up enough money to buy that thing, but I wanted it, so I got it. The Thompson muzzle loader is really good. I don't have one, but I've shot them before, and they're pretty good. And the Night one, the Night Bighorn that I got, is pretty much on par with the Thompsons. I mean, they're like neck and neck. They're really good. The Night Bighorns are really good, and they're really accurate. The crossbow that I got from Bud Case, the first crossbow I've ever had, and I can't complain. I've got maybe $150 in everything I've got. I've got like a couple dozen arrows, broadheads, I've got extra strings, I've got the wrenches to put on and take off the broadheads, cock and string, scope was a little cheap scope and everything, like $20 scope, and I've got maybe I got way less than $200 in my crossbow, and I could stack arrows at 50 to 75 yards all day long. Yeah, I've got 22 and 177 caliber air rifles. I've got the big bore. I've got all kinds of pellet guns here at the house. I've got brake barrels. I've got PCPs. I've got multi-pumpers, and you name it, I've got it. I've got I had a CO2 one, and I gave it to my father-in-law because he had a problem with snakes in his backyard, so he was using it for killing snakes. But pellet guns are also good around neighborhoods for rats, birds, anything that's messing around on your property that you want to get rid of or whatever, or scare off. You just go out and start shooting a lot, and everything will move. They won't come on your land. I've got a bunch of neighbors, and pretty much anytime there's a snake or something in their yard or whatever, they call me up on the phone and like, hey, got a snake in your yard, can you come down and shoot it? I'm like, yep. So I'll just grab a pellet rifle, go down there, pop it, throw it in the trash. If I don't want to skin it out and save the skin. Most of them around here, I don't want to save the skin. It's I don't know what it is. The skins around here on the snakes are usually all not even that good looking or anything. I mean, I've seen snakes with better patterns in different parts of the country where I've been at. The ones around here, I guess they're just like, they just don't have that great of a pattern on them. I mean, the copperheads, the rattlesnakes and everything, their patterns just aren't as vibrant as a lot of them that I've seen in other places. next big project that I'm going to be saving up for is probably a drone, so I can fly it around some of my hunting areas and stuff like that, and do some overhead videos of the areas where I'm hunting at. But until then, I've got this little one right here. This Elfie JJRC, and the props and everything fold out of it, and you connect it up to your smartphone, and it's a FPV one, and you can record video with it and everything, even though the video's not that great. But I got it basically just so I could learn how to fly the thing, and that way when I get a better one that's more expensive, I ain't worried so much about crashing it and wasting several $100s worth of drone after 20 minutes of flying. But it came with extra propellers and stuff like that. I got it from Wish. Took forever to get here, but hey, I figured it's better than that. And then had an old pistol case, and that's what I use to carry it in now. The CO2 pistols, as long as you keep them oiled with a little drop of pellet gun oil on each CO2 cartridge when you load it in, they seem to last for a pretty good while with me. I mean, the last CO2 gun I had it for probably 5 or 6 years. Then I gave it to my father-in-law. So, I mean, and it's still working. It's still working for him. It depends on which pellet pistol that you get too. I mean, if you buy a cheap pellet pistol, it's probably going to be a cheap pellet pistol. If you buy a more expensive one, it's probably going to be a little bit better. I mean, it's like everything else. The more you spend on it, the better quality you're going to get. Well, this is about all I'm going to do for tonight. Getting kind of tired, and I got to go get my son in the morning about 6 o'clock, and that means I get up about 5. So, fixing to end this thing and get off and get me some rest for in the morning. Yeah, it does. If somebody's got a drone, they get a lot of views and everything. And hey, I mean, I'd like to have one just to scout some of the hunting areas that I'm at and look overhead for deer sign and everything instead of just where I'm at. I know I can't use them to hunt while I'm actively hunting, but I can go out ahead of time and scout good areas and use it that way before the season starts, and find good areas, maybe find a clearing out in the middle of the woods that I can walk to or whatever just by flying over and finding a good spot to walk out to and set up a stand or whatever. Well, maybe Santa Claus will bring him one high desert. I don't know. I don't talk to him much. My kids gotten so old, have gotten in their teenage years now, and they don't talk to Santa, so I don't get to talk to him anymore either. What are you doing? Now you want to come out? Okay. I see how you are. My little puppy's just coming out from underneath my bed. She's ready to go to bed too, I guess. But the setup I got a tripod with my cell phone on it, on a little cell phone tripod mount right now, with a shotgun mic hooked up to it, and that's what I'm using for broadcasting right now. And then I've got an old MacBook that I pretty much just use for surfing the internet and everything. It's so old I can't even update it and put any kind of software on it now, because nothing will work with the edition of software that it'll run right now. No problem, Walker. And everybody, y'all have a good night. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and
Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and to be notified of new videos and live streams, you can click
night, everybody. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm fixing to be doing some videos coming up. I gotta make some stuff for some people that I'm gonna be sending out in the mail and everything, and I'm gonna try to do videos of me fixing up that stuff and everything. Like I've got some fat wood I need to clean up and send to some people. And I even downloaded a button for this one too. Where's that? That's because it looks like a big old giant club. Night, everybody. Y'all have a good night. See you later.